So I thought I would show you guys how I neutralize my glutathione syringe. So obviously we have the numbers rubbed off, so I can't really say, how much water is in here, but I mean, it looks like a pretty good chunk of water. I'm going to be doing 4,000 milligrams of glutathione, and hopefully you guys can see most of this. So this is the glutathione I'm using. It's just bulk supplements. They're powdered glutathione. I have a little scooper. This side is like 1 tablespoon and this side is 1 teaspoon. I do 2 scoops, which is 4,000 milligrams. So 2 teaspoons are 4,000 milligrams if you're using this particular brand of glutathione. This is the water. So that's 1 scoop. Here's my 2nd scoop. Again, just gonna dip it right in the water. And then I use my syringe and kind of just mix it around. And get all of it from like on the sides too, so we're not like wasting. So it's gonna look a little milky. Let me get a little bit from my camera so you guys can see better. So that's what it looks like. And we're gonna add the baking soda. This is just regular baking soda. I buy them in like a large, like 2-pack. You can buy them in bulk on Amazon, and that's like the cheapest. I repackaged mine. This wasn't the package it came in. So I usually put it on its side. We can take this out. Put it on its side so all of the water is to one area. And then start adding the baking soda. So it's gonna bubble. Again, show you guys what that looks like. And so basically it's just going to bubble and bubble. You can use the little syringe and mix it up a bit. I wait for the bubbles to like calm down, also making sure you're getting any that got on the sides off the sides. Again, you don't want to waste any. So just help stir it. I feel like this part takes maybe 2 full minutes, so about 120 seconds. And when it's done bubbling, obviously you'll hear it. And then you can check it, and when I say check it, we're just going to be checking the color, and we'll decide based off of the color if we should add more of our neutralizing agent, which is just baking soda. So having baking soda as a neutralizer for your glutathione is so important, because if we were just to use all the glutathione just raw without any baking soda and use it as a anal syringe, or to even put it underneath our tongue, you're going to feel some discomfort. You're going to feel some really heavy tingling sensations, and honestly your body's probably gonna want you to expel it, especially if it's an anal syringe. Like, you're gonna want to it's gonna act as a stimulant and make you feel like you have to go number 2. All right, so it's pretty much calmed down, and we're gonna check the color. Well, that's not a bad color. I would like it to be more opaque, so I'm going to add a little bit more baking soda. So you get our baking soda, and you just add just a little bit. And then again, use our makeshift spoon. Always make sure you have a napkin or a tissue or toilet paper at hand so you can clean off the top of this anal syringe. And clean off the baking soda and glutathione mixture, because you want it to be clean, obviously, but you also want to add coconut oil, and you don't want glutathione mixing with the coconut oil because it'll make your body expel it quicker. So hopefully that makes sense. So with the amount of water you guys saw me add, it's okay if you wanted to take this black stopper and bring it like all the way back, like all the way to here or something. Using that much water, like it's not a problem. So don't be afraid to do it. It might help everything mix easier, and might help you retain it longer. So just do whatever's more comfortable for you. Let's check the color. That's perfect. That's about the type of, you know, clear to kind of cloudy that we want it to be. And so now I will take my syringe and I will suck it up. I might need 2 hands for this. After a while, I feel like the syringe is like hard to pull out. Okay, so we have all of it. If you see, sometimes it kind of turns like a pinkish gray color. I don't know why that happens sometimes. I mean, I've noticed that, kind of like a pinkish color. Sometimes it's completely clear. Obviously, if you didn't use enough baking soda, it's going to just look like milk. And your body may be able to hold it in, or it might not. So if it looks like milk and you're having issues holding it in for as long as you want to, that might be the reason, because, you know, it's going to be stronger. Seeing as I don't measure out the baking soda, I never really know how much baking soda I'm adding. I just go until the color changes. This is an okay color, and if it's completely clear, that's a completely fine color as well. And so you see kind of like little bubbles and whatnot. So it isn't quite time for me to take this yet. I like to take it before bed, so just in a couple hours I'll be ready for it. So it's okay to just put this somewhere. You can stand it up and just wait until it's time to take it. And so when it is time to take it, I'll take my napkin, make sure this is all cleaned off. There's no glutathione or baking soda on this outside because, like I said, those act as stimulants and will make you have to go to the bathroom. And then I take my coconut oil, and I just rub the coconut oil on here. My coconut oil is the kind that like looks chunky. It isn't completely liquefied. So sometimes I'll have, like, you know, big chunks of coconut oil. That's okay, but be generous with it. You're having to put this, you know, where the sun doesn't shine. So it's okay to be generous, like, you know, put quite a lot. And then I like to lay down like I'm doing an enema, which when you do enemas, you just like lay down on your left-hand side. I tried to do some research on why this is. I'm not entirely sold on the reason of why we do our left-hand side, but I just do it anyways. So I get on my left-hand side, and then I insert it. And then when you're inserting it into your rectum, you only want to go into like right here. So really, you don't have to put a whole lot in there, right? So you want it in just far enough to where you feel like if you depress this and push all the water in, that the water's going to start seeping out. So yeah, but basically the little gland that is in our anus is really, really close basically to the surface. So if you were to put your finger in, I feel like you would only be putting this much of your finger in until you were to that gland, and that gland just allows us whatever we put in there. It could be a supplement, it could be a medicine, it could be a pain medication. Some people put drugs. It just gets into your blood much quicker. Basically, it's going to be about the same as if you were to do an IV. So while it is a little uncomfortable to, you know, obviously put anything up there, and especially since it's a sulfur compound, thankfully we have baking soda to help neutralize it so it won't feel so uncomfortable, and we can get the great benefits of having an IV without having to go get an IV. Though, to be honest, there's drawbacks to getting an IV. I mean, you only have so many veins right here, so overworking that area, I mean, it does happen to some people. So, you know, whether you want to deal with needles or you want to put something just a little bit up your butt, like, either way, taking glutathione, for some people, you know, it's not as easy to take it orally. I know some people who take liposomal glutathione and cannot stand the taste. Like, yeah, liposomal glutathione doesn't taste the best. You just have to choke it down basically. But hopefully this will help you. And neutralizing it, when it is to this color, you will notice right off the bat you're already able to leave it in probably double the amount of time you usually can. So when you're working with it, when it looks milky, when it still looks white, just know you would have to have your body trained pretty well to be able to hold it in for a long period of time. So not that it cannot be done, it can be done, but for those starting out or for those who are having trouble, this is what's going to allow you to take your dosage and to actually have it in your blood system long enough to where you start to see that really nice glow. I love waking up in the middle of the night. I'll go to the bathroom and I can already see it in my skin just from a couple hours of sleeping, and I try now to hold it in all the way until the morning. So if you're getting an average of 7 to 8 hours of sleep, then for me on average it's staying in 7 to 8 hours. And so of course when it's inside of you, you will notice some bloating in your stomach, you will notice some gas, things like that, and it's just a part of the bile production, and it's stimulating your body, getting out all of those toxins and cleaning out your system.